Chapter 23. Then Yeshua taught the crowds and his disciples, saying, The scribes and the spiritual leaders sit upon the chair of Moshe. Therefore everything that they teach you, practice and observe. But do not follow their example in action, because they preach well, but do not practice accordingly. They stuff heavy packs full, tie them together and load them upon people's shoulders, but they themselves are unwilling to move them with so much as a finger. They do all their good works for show, so as to be noticed by others. They broaden wide their tefillin and lengthen the fringe of their prayer shawls. They love the place of honor at banquets, the distinguished seats for recognition in the Jewish learning centers, respectful greetings in the marketplaces, and being called rabbi by the people. But do not allow yourself to be called rabbi, because there is one who is your teacher, and you are all brothers and sisters. Do not call any person on earth your father, because there is one who is your Father, the one who is in heaven. Do not be called instructors, because there is one who is your instructor, the Anointed One. But the greatest leader among you must act as your servants. Whoever exalts himself shall be humbled, and whoever humbles himself shall be exalted. Severe retribution looms over you, scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. You close off the kingdom of heaven from people, because you do not enter in yourselves, nor do you allow those who are going in to enter. Severe retribution looms over you, scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. You take homes away from widows, but say long prayers to make yourself look good. Even so, you will receive a more severe degree of judgment. Severe retribution looms over you, scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. You travel all over land and sea in order to make a single convert. But when that one becomes a proselyte, you make the new convert twice as much as a child of hell as yourselves. Severe retribution looms over you, you blind guides who say, Whoever swears by the temple, the oath counts for nothing, but whoever swears by the gold of the temple is obligated. You foolish and blind leaders, what is more important, the gold of the temple that gives sacredness to the gold? Furthermore, whoever swears by the altar, the oath counts for nothing, but whoever swears by the offering on it is obligated. You blind leaders, what is more important, the offering or the altar that gives sacredness to the offering? Clearly, whoever swears by the altar swears both by the altar and by everything upon it. Each one who swears by the temple swears both by the temple and by him who resides within it. Whoever swears by heaven swears by the throne of God and by him who sits upon it. Severe retribution looms over you, you scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. For you give a tenth share of mint, dill and cumin, but have neglected the weightier provisions of the Torah, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. These are the things you should have practiced without neglecting the others, you blind guys. You strain out a gnat but swallow a camel. Severe retribution looms over you, you scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. You clean the outside of the cup and of the dish, but inside they are full of robbery and self-indulgence, you blind spiritual leader. First, clean the inside of the cup and of the dish, so that the outside of it may become clean as well. Severe retribution looms over you, you scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. You are like whitewashed tombs, which on the outside appear beautiful, but inside they are full of dead people's bones and everything unclean. So it is the same with you, outwardly appearing righteous before people, but inwardly you are full of pretense and rebellion against Torah. Severe retribution looms over you, you scribes and spiritual leaders, pretenders that you are. You build the tombs for the prophets, decorate the monuments for the righteous, and claim, if we had been alive in the days of our ancestors, we would not have joined with them in spilling the blood of the prophets. So you provide evidence against yourself that you are children of those who murdered the prophets. Fill up then the measure of your ancestors, you snakes, you offspring of vipers. How will you escape being sentenced to hell? This is why I am sending you prophets, wise teachers, and scribes. Some of them you will kill and crucify. Some of them you will scourge in your meeting places and pursue from town to town, so that upon you may come the guilt for all the righteous blood spilled on earth, from the blood of innocent Havel to the blood of Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. In truth, I tell you, all these things will come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her. How often I wanted to gather your children together, just as a hen gathers her young chicks under her wings. But you would not have it. Take notice of it. God's presence hath left your house desolate. I say to you also that you will see me nevermore, until the time comes when you say, Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.